Level 1. The aspirant. You're 13 years old. Your bedroom walls are covered in posters of people you've never met. You've memorized every formation, every hand gesture, every hair flip. You practice the same 15-second dance break for 6 hours every night. Your knees are bruised. Your breathing sounds like static. You aren't just a fan, you're a hunter. You film an audition tape on your phone. A cheap ring light. One take becomes 40. Your smile is too stiff. Your arms are too slow. You do it again. You send the final tape to a big 3 label. You join a digital pile of 50,000 other girls who want exactly what you want. Weeks pass. Nothing. Then a notification pings. A scout wants a private audition. You take a bus 3 hours to get there. You perform in a white room. 2 people watch you. They don't smile. They write things down without telling you what. You take the bus home. 2 weeks later, they call. You think you found the finish line. You haven't even found the track. Level 2. The hidden trainee. 6 months pass. You've signed a contract you didn't fully understand. 40 pages. You initialed everyone anyway. You are now a hidden trainee. The world doesn't know your name. The company likes it that way. You move into a cramped dorm. You get a bed, half a drawer, a hook on the wall. You wake up at 5 a.m. for vocal lessons. You go to school to maintain appearances. You train until 2 a.m. Then you do it again. Every single day. Your phone gets confiscated at the door every morning. It comes back at night with the browser history checked. Every morning, you stand on a public scale, in a line, with everyone watching. If you're over 48 kilograms, they say your name out loud. They write the number on a whiteboard. You learn to live on ice cubes and sweet potatoes. You learn what hunger feels like after you stop feeling it. You aren't a person here. You're a prototype, a product being assembled in a basement the world will never see. You aren't a trainee. You're a ghost. Level 3. The candidate. Once every 30 days, the people who hold your life in their hands sit behind a long table. Cold coffee, clipboards. You perform for 3 minutes. They aren't looking at your soul. They're looking for a flaw, a missed note, a tired eye, a face that doesn't sell. They grade you on vocals, dance, visuals, and something called star quality that nobody ever defines. One word from them, and your contract is terminated. No party, no goodbye. Just a bag packed at midnight. A taxi called by the front desk. You watch it happen to someone who has been here longer than you. 2 years in that basement. She grew too tall. That's the reason. Too tall, you don't cry. Crying ruins the makeup for tomorrow's practice. You go back downstairs. You run the choreography from the top. You make your face do the thing they want it to do. You learn something important. Your body is not yours. It belongs to the evaluation. It always will. Level 4. The debut lineup. You're 16. You've survived 3 years. They call you into a room with 4 other girls. The CEO speaks. This is the group. He says it the way someone reads a grocery list. You start filming teasers on expensive sets. Styled hair, designer clothes, a photographer who tells you exactly where to look. You feel like royalty. Like every bruised knee and every skipped meal was worth something. Then someone slides a document across the table. You are $150,000 in debt. Every meal in the dorm, every vocal coach, every dance instructor, every procedure to fix your nose and refine your jaw. It's all been recorded. Training fees, housing fees, styling fees. You haven't made a single cent. The debt comes out of future earnings. If there are future earnings, you sign the paper. What else can you do? Level 5. The Nugu. You debut. You step onto the Inkigayo stage. The lights are so hot they burn the back of your neck. You are a Nugu. It means who? It means nobody knows you exist. And the industry has already decided it doesn't care either way. Your first music show performance is at 4 a.m. A pre-recording. The only people watching are the camera operators and a janitor with a mop. You perform the full set anyway. Full energy, full smile. That's the rule. You film 18-hour variety show segments for free. You hope for 3 seconds of screen time. The editors cut it anyway. You sit in a waiting room for 4 hours to perform a 2-minute stage at a regional festival nobody has heard of. You sleep in the back of a van, legs folded. Someone drives through a rainstorm at 100 miles an hour to make the next schedule. Your group has 200 followers on the fan cafe. The act performing before you has 2 million. Someone recognizes you at a convenience store. Their hands shake when they hand you their phone. You smile like you're on a stage. You sign the receipt. You're too broke to buy the snacks you're promoting, but you keep moving. Stopping is not something anyone offered you. Level 6. The rising star. A fan cam goes viral. Someone filmed you from the 3rd row at a showcase. The clip gets shared 2 million times in 48 hours. Overnight, you're everywhere. Billboards, brand deals. A cosmetics company puts your face on the side of a bus. 5,000 people scream your name at a fan sign. They press their faces against a plastic barrier just to be close to you for 30 seconds. It feels like a drug, but the schedule doesn't stop. It accelerates. You are an asset now. Assets have momentum. Momentum cannot be wasted. You haven't been home in 2 years. You have a fever of 103. You're on stage in a mini skirt, shivering between songs. The company says canceling is not an option. A scandal costs more than your health ever will. You do 300 scheduled events in a single year. Concerts, fan signs, radio appearances, photo shoots, brand events, award shows, overseas showcases. You sleep in vans, airport lounges, green rooms that smell like industrial cleaner. You hit break even. The debt is gone. Your first real paycheck is $500. You take a photo of it before you deposit it. It is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. Level 7. The center. You're 19. You are the face of the group? The center. 40 million followers. A luxury fashion house in Paris puts your image on a billboard 4 stories tall. A magazine calls you the most influential person in Asia under 25. You live in a high-security apartment, blacked out windows, a security code that changes every week. Obsessive fans buy your flight information from airport staff. They sit in the row directly behind you on international flights, close enough to touch your seat. They call your hotel room at 3 a.m. just to hear your voice. You've been seeing someone in secret for 8 months. You meet in underground parking lots, in the back seats of tinted cars. A restaurant is impossible. A park is impossible. Anywhere with a window is impossible. If a photo leaks, the people who have your face tattooed on their arms will be sending death threats by morning. They don't love you. They love the version of you that belongs to them. A doll that smiles on command. A doll that never needs anything. You stop being a person somewhere around rank 4. You are just too tired to notice. Level 8. The sunbae. The 7-year curse arrives on schedule. Your contract is up. You're 23. In this industry that makes you ancient, half the group is already gone. Solo careers, acting, brand work, some just disappeared back into ordinary lives that feel like a foreign country now. You go solo. For the first time, you sit in a writing room and say what you actually want to say. You choose your own clothes for a shoot. You approve the final mix. It should feel like freedom. It does. A little. But you aren't competing with other groups anymore. You're competing with the 13-year-old version of yourself. The fan cam version, the debut version, the one the world fell in love with. People play those old clips in reaction videos. They keep asking when you're going back to that sound, that look, that feeling. You release an album, the most honest thing you've ever made. It debuts at number 4. The new group that debuted 3 months ago debuts at number 1. You see their faces on the billboard outside your studio window. You recognize the look in their eyes. You remember that look. Level 9, the legend. You're 30. You survived the debt, the scandals, the year you didn't leave your apartment because the weight of it all became too heavy to carry. You're still here. You own your own agency now. You built it from nothing. You are the CEO. You sit behind a long table, cold coffee, a clipboard. A girl walks in. She's 13. She's wearing a practice outfit she ironed the night before. She performs. She dances until her knees turn red. When she finishes, she looks up at you. Her eyes are completely on fire. You know that look. You've lived inside that look. You know what she feels right now, the certainty, the hunger, the feeling that she would give up anything to get through this door. You know what's waiting for her on the other side. The scale with everyone watching. The basement years. The debt she'll sign without reading. The fever she'll perform through. The relationship she'll hide in parking garages. The version of herself the world will love. The version of herself she'll lose. You know all of it. You pick up the pen. You sign the contract. The cycle begins again.